remind you to remain quiet and refrain from using electronic devices and flash photography during the session. Our clinician this year is Dr. Stephen Benham from Duquesne University in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Please welcome your Stillwater Area High School Concert Orchestra under the direction of Zach Sawyer.
Well, congratulations. One of the amazing things about music, if you're a string player, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Some pieces are sprints, Some pieces are middle distance. This is a marathon, right, in that way. And so to train to be able to play throughout the piece and maintain all those, I mean, how many notes did you play? 5,643 of them or something like that, right? And to play them all correctly and all of that is a feat. It really is. You did a lot of things very, very well in the piece. What's hard with long distance pieces, with marathons, you know? Keeping up the stamina. What tends to go when you're getting to mile 23? Do you know? I run a marathon once a month. You don't believe me? You'd be very nice. So what happens around mile 23, do you suppose? You run out of breath. Your body begins to fail you. What are you thinking about at that time? Are you thinking about the other runners around you? Am I going to make it? Am I going to make it, right? It's very self-focused in that way. What are you thinking about mile 16? Still got a ways to go, right? And if you're me, you're like, why did I do this? Or, man, lunch, where's lunch? Or, hey, I wonder how this person's doing. Your mind begins to wander, right? You begin to fill your time, your mental spaces with other things, with other activities and things like that, right? So that's one of the challenges, isn't just the physical endurance, but it's the mental endurance as well. And I think you did a good job on that. I did not see any big lapses of emotional, mental engagement. How many of you had breakfast this morning? How many of you have not had anything to eat today? Yeah, a couple of you, okay. So for a marathoner, nutrition is really important, right? Because when you're doing this and playing well, you can't just have, a quick little granola bar on the way out. You got to fuel your body. And that would be what I would suggest here is I saw by the end, the fatigue beginning to set in and the fuel running a little bit low in that way. It's probably getting close to your lunchtime anyway, right? So you begin to feel that need to refuel. The second thing that happens is there's a lot of this, right? And as you're doing that, your muscles work, and the byproduct of work for muscle is lactic acid, right? And so if you're driving a car, the byproduct is exhaust. But lactic acid is a little crystal, and it begins to build up in your muscles, and your muscles begin to get cramped, and you wonder, why can't I move that way anymore? So as you're playing, it's really important that you stay loose and you stay stretched out and things like that. So I'm going to ask you how much water you drank today before you played. Did any of you drink any water today before you played? Orange juice does not count as water. Coffee does not count as water, even though it's water with a bean in it. Okay? So water is really important nutrition-wise for you as well. Again, just to be able to play the piece in that way. And afterwards, I would recommend you to go drink 16 ounces of water. I'm not even kidding, because that will cleanse out the lactic acid out of your body that way, and then stretch, and so on. Okay. So that being said, I would encourage you to think about those things before you set out to play the marathon. Let's talk about some technical things that we can work on. And you've heard me say them. If you've been in the audience at all, you've already heard me say some of them, but one of them is don't overplay, right? At the beginning. Let's play the opening chords. And here, Tchaikovsky is simply re-quoting the theme from the first movement. Have you played the first movement of this as well? Read through it at all? Okay. So it's very, very straightforward. C major is a very friendly key, not so much for trumpets, but they can do it. All right, so first chord, let's just hear the first violins. Ready? Just the first chord. Just first violins. Thank you. Okay, just the first violins. Just the first violins. That's these guys. Ready? Okay, so does it go da-da-da-da or da-da-da-da? The second one, right? Which means that you have to clearly enter before everybody else. You can't wait and crunch it, because what I heard when you played was an unsurety, whether it was da-da-da-da or whether it was a chord even. It sounded like a double stop, okay? Start a little bit earlier. Ready? That's it. Do you see the difference? Yes. And again, do you start on the string or off the string? Always on. Here we go. That's it. Now let's play the first 3 measures. Ready? Nope, wasn't good. The first one wasn't good. Thank you. And the second chord, you begin above the string again, and therefore it went crunch instead of being a good horizontal motion. Play it again, the first 2. Ready? And set. Ah, yes. You see the difference? Ah. Well, that means I like it. Okay, and the third chord, how are you going to play that? On the string, good, from the string. Are you going to play it do 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 do? Or are you going to play do you? Or are you going to play? You got to know. You make the big bucks. You make the big bucks, right? I mean, you're like 5 times the pay of everybody else in your orchestra. So how are you going to do it? Well, show us. Am I serious? I never joke. Okay. Do you agree? Really? Do you agree? Do you all agree with her? Do you always all agree with her? You shouldn't. What if we did it the second way? What if you played the D, the G, and the E as one double stop, as one chord, and then the C and the E as the second chord? Do you give it a shot? Do it again. Start on the G and the E together. Steady, may I? I'm a cellist. Please forgive me. Okay. That. Not that. Rosin dust. Okay. Go. Aha! That's it. All be together. Rum, set, the yum. Go. No, first three measures. Ready? Set. Set. Yeah. Now remember, you don't have to pull a double stop hard. You don't want to hear the crunch. You want to hear the ya. Again. First 3 measures. Set and go. Good. And that's it. Second violins. You have chord, chord, double stop. And it doesn't say divisi, but shall it be divisi? It shall be divisi. It's impossible to play that 5th with good intonation. Is it not? So go ahead and divide that. And I would divide the lower voices. May I again? Thank you. I would divide the lower voices, play this. Here we go. Okay? And then the upper voices play, and then the last G. So it's actually a D, not a B, but okay, so here we go, divide it. So no roll at all. No roll. Ready? And oh, together. Ready? 2, set, and. What do you think, Mr. Sawyer? Yeah. So, well, thank you. I watched and violas. You know what you're going to do now? You have it figured out, or you've been sitting there going like, oh wow, lights. You know what you're going to do? What are you going to do? Nice answer. Good job. Cellos, you going to split them up? You are, right? Okay, whole orchestra beginning. Whole orchestra, split them up. Cellos, that means you don't play. Whoa, $7 million cello. You don't play. You play or or you play, or that. Okay? Otherwise it sounds mushy. It's great if you're going to play the Dvorak cello, or not the Dvorak, but the... All right, Haydn. So divide those up so you can actually get chord tones, right? Here we go, everybody. You're not breathing. Thanks. Okay, and I hear crunch, 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 crunch. I won't do this because I don't know you, but imagine if I tried to sing and I had my thumb on my vocal cords. It wouldn't work very well, and I would die. When you play these, may I again? The secret is not vertical technique. The secret is horizontal technique. So it's this. Not, right? So every one of those on the string. All right. Here we go. What is that, 8? 25? Okay. 1, 2, ready? Huh? Okay. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. And at letter or at 41, try not to cover the French horns, because look at them, they're panicked back there, right? It's hard for them to keep going. Then don't rush ahead of them, whatever you do. I'm going to make one more suggestion for the orchestra, and that would be that you all work on what's called the Collet finger motion. All right? And the Collet finger motion is this. Hold your bows up here. So my thumb is bent in 2 places. So everything has to be loose. And it's going to allow me to curl my fingers just a little bit so that when I go to the string and I set in the string there, my fingers are easy, they're relaxed. And in fact, it's almost like doing a pizzicato with my bow, up bow. Try that once. So everybody set on the D string. Set there, wiggle your finger, or wiggle the string back and forth. Say hello with your index finger, don't let it squeeze. Tap your pinky, and still do a bow push-up. Good, and now we're just going to release the weight. Go. Set the weight again, release the weight, go. Do 2 in a row. Ready? Go. Double up, up. Watch. I'm not going to come off the string. Ready? And. So each time I'm resetting the weight in between. Again, go. Do 4. Ready? Go. Reset between each one and do 6. Ready? Go. Okay, do 47. 1, 2, as 8th notes. Bum, 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 bum. Start the tip. Wiggle the string, got the weight in there. Bup, 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 ready, and. Okay, that was only 29, but we're close enough. So, do you see what's happening? You see how your fingers are starting to loosen up? And that's exactly what we want to have happen. Now you can do the same thing down bow. Okay, so get set, and what we're going to do is get set and then release the weight. Single down bow. Ready? Again, ready, go. Again, go. Now make the stop not so sudden, right? So it's boom, but stay on the string. Ready? And. Ah. Now go down, up, ready, and. That's it. Again, go. Yes. Now please play at 25. Bum, 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 but with that motion. 1, 2, ready, and. You're coming off the string. Just stay on the string. Again, 2, ready, and. All right. That's the idea. Now, it's a little rough, right? It's not ringing yet, but that's exactly what you want to go for. And you'll release the weight a little bit more, but yum, boom, 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 boom. So you watch the players play, and it's all here. What you're using, the most of you, is a large arm mechanism. Boom, 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 boom. And it's harder to stop that mechanism. We want to use boom, 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 that Collet hand motion right there. That's the big thing that I would say, because there's so much else in this that you are doing really, really well, right? Balance was good. The tempo was good. The precision, it's just these little tiny little things that just will bring it to that next level. I think your expression is good. You've got good passion in the ensemble. The eighth notes offbeats are rough, and that's hard for professional orchestras as well. But yeah, so the two things I would work on would be the chords, and then this Collet motion. And by the way, Collet helps you when you're going fast as well. It's this down up hand. It goes down up, down up, down up, down up. That's that rapid détaché motion. So I'm not going down up, down up, down up, down up, but okay, let me show you one more time. So when I'm playing fast, I'm not going for this, but I'm trying to go down, down. As I go down, the up happens automatically. And I can go faster and faster, but on my foot, tell a story, and ultimately I get the sautille happening that way because it's a down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up motion. But the Collet, the looseness in the fingers is what makes that happen. Thank you. You're a really good orchestra. The last time I conducted the Stillwater Orchestra was in 1988 when I student taught here. So this is a 30-year anniversary celebration. Thank you.